Our state constitution is clear that initiatives of the people to the legislature must be, shall be, a top priority for lawmakers in Olympia. Above everything other than bills that need to be pushed through to deal with the budget, the initiatives to the legislature should be next in line. But what's happened to them so far? Nothing. When we look at those 6 initiatives, they account for 2.6 million signatures, which represent more than 800,000 unique voters in Washington state. Some people signed more than one, some people signed just one, but 800,000 Washingtonians put their signature on at least one of those initiatives. Think about that. That is a huge percentage of the electorate in our state to send these to the legislature for their consideration, and they ignore them. And what are they focused on in the meantime? They're focused on tripling the property tax lid. They're focused on giving hearings to bills that would allow violent criminals and killers to vote and serve on juries and run for office while they're behind bars. And meanwhile, these 6 initiatives to the legislature languish, whether you signed these initiatives or not. This is about the sanctity of that process. You know, some of the most critical protections we have in the state were born out of the initiative process, which is guaranteed to us by the state constitution. Abortion rights, if that's something that you think is important in Washington state, it was the voters who pushed for it back in the 1970s. It was an initiative. The Public Records Act, which makes sure you and I and members of the media can see what the government is doing behind the scenes, that was an initiative. This is about standing up for the process, and it's about reminding elected leaders who they work for. If you do not stand up for the process now, no one will be standing up for it when you have an initiative that you care about. And so this Wednesday at 3:30 p.m., we're asking you to join us on the steps of the Washington State Capitol to demand that all 6 of these initiatives get a hearing. If they can give a hearing to a bill that would give Gary Ridgway the right to vote, they can give hearings to 6 initiatives that more than 800,000 voters in Washington state have supported. That is not only common sense, it is what our Constitution demands of them. Let some of the Washingtonians who are dramatically impacted by your policies show up in Olympia and testify in front of you about why they support these initiatives. Not only do you owe them that as public servants, which is what you're supposed to be, but you owe them that under the state constitution.